everyone, this is Jibin Jose and welcome to my channel. When I say about Microsoft Paint, it remains to be nostalgic for many of you because this was a part of our school curriculum. In computer classes, paint and all, while making mountains, etc., was being taught to us. But Microsoft, even after taking off a normal paint in the latest operating system of Windows 10, they came out with something uplifted that is called Paint 3D. So without wasting further more time, let's move on to the video. In the interface, you can see three options in front of you, that is new, open and paste. So new, if you are somebody who wants to create a new project, so you should click on new, and open is something if you have already created some of the projects, some of the text or figures that you have created. So open, if you click on open, it can redirect you to the projects that you have already created in your past. So in this video I'll be taking a new session, so let's click on the new option, and you can see this is the interface of creation. Some things remains to be very similar, that is the option of having brush, different types of brush, the option of having pencil, eraser, fill in paint option, etc., remains to be the same, marker, etc. And depending on the choosing of colors also remains to be the same, but it's just that they have figured it and created a bit more attractive way. The interface remains to be a bit attractive and also smooth functioning as compared to the previous paint. So in this video I'll be teaching you how to create a 3D text. The 3D figures, etc., will be coming in the upcoming video, as we have to teach you one after the other. Everything all of together will some things very complicated, but I want to teach you only text for the day. So in this video you can see that we have options of 2D text, 3D text, stickers, text effects, canvas, 3D library. So these are various types of tools that we have, and also 2D remains to be very common for everyone, like we used to create it before. This is how it looks like. So this is remains to be very common for all of you, so I'm not getting into it. But 3D shape is something very attractive that I found, and I think this can actually create a good number of people working to it. So that's how it looks like, and you can also rotate and see the entire figure here. So you can see, like, I can rotate it and it's upside down, and it will give you a lower upper view, and this is basically you can rotate it. But moving aside, I want to teach you how a text would be, a 3D text would be. So let's click on to the text option from the entire tools, and you can see a 2D text has been automatically selected, but there is one more option of 3D text here, so let's click on that. And there is an option of choosing a particular font that you wish to have, so I'll be choosing Times New Roman here. So there is size of the font, so I'm going to keep it 72. Like color, you can choose anyone, I would prefer black itself. So if you wish to see your text in a bold, like if you wish to have a bold text, you can click on the B option here, and all the others, underline, etc., is there. And this is about the alignment, left sided, centered or right sided. So let's make a rectangular text column here. So that is by dragging the cursor towards the corner. So this is normally how you do it, like even in your PPTs or even in your Word, Microsoft Word, how you drag the text box. In the same way you will have to do it. And for example, let me write subscribe here and make it center aligned, and you can see that you can actually take off, you can particularly now you can see a 2D image. But on the other hand, if I click on the 3D view here, you can see how three-dimensionally it is showing it to me. Other than that, as same we did it for the figure, you can actually rotate the text. You can actually rotate the text and check it off if you want to see it this way, upside down, or from lower side. This will help you in that. This is by rotating the text. So you can see several ways you can view it. If you wish to increase the size, you can actually drag it by clicking off here. You can actually increase the size, and that's how you can also drag it. So this depends on you. But on the other hand, there are further more options that we have. Like we have rotate option here. You can see rotate, and also we have the other rotate, the other side. And this is the mirrored side, mirror, like if you wish to see your text in a mirror image, so how it will look like. And this is how it would, the other option would be. This is also a mirror image but upside down. So these are the things that allow you to create a 3D text, and you can also arrange it accordingly, and that's completely on you. And also the next thing that helps you in like saving this is, like you can, while saving, you can actually create your own dimensional. You can actually customize it by yourself, that I will show you. For saving this text, you will have to go to the menu option, create on save as, and you can see three saving options. One is as image option, one as 3D model, and one as video. So first let me take you to an image option. So in this case, you see an option here called adjust angle and framing. So click on that. 3D view. So you can see that they have given various options if you are by chance using mouse. So these are the ways you can actually, for example, I'm using mouse now. So you can see I've used the left mouse button and I'm dragging it. So the way you want your image, it can showcase it. Like for example, I want this way. All the other options are there. Like if you're using a touch screen, these are the ways you can actually move your text. If you're using a stylus, this is the way you can actually control it. Keyboard option shortcuts are been given. So let's come back to the mouse, and this is the way I want it. And you can also change the ratio of the frames. Like if you want 5 by 3, 16 by 9, like for example, I wish to take it 16 by 9, and I press OK. So it's loading. It takes around 2 seconds for loading. And then how you would like to wish to see your image, in which format. We have JPG format, we have BMP format, we have GIF created, we also have TIFF. Video I'll be showing you later. So these are the options. In this case, I would wish to see it in a JPG format, and you can also change your width as well as height. And if you wish to see a transparency, that can also be created. Transparency is nothing but when you save it and you drag it to some of the other pictures, only the subscribe text will be written. All the other things behind, like the white screen that we had behind, will be disappeared. So that's the main advantage of using PNG as compared to JPEG. And you can actually click on save. So it will another take 2 seconds, and a dialog box appears where you wish to see it. For example, in this case, I would wish to save it in the desktop, and let me write subscribe there and save it. So you can see my text is being created in a 3-dimensional figure. So this is something that you can use while you're editing your pictures and you would wish to put in your watermark of your photography, etc. This 3D text with a transparent background can help you there. Let's move on to the next option, that is the 3D model. So basically 3D model is a special format that will enable you to use a 3D figures. If by chance you want to put a 3D image rotating in your PowerPoint presentation, this particular 3D format can help you. So in this case, I will write subscribe again, undercode 3D. So I think the people who want to be very professional in your PowerPoint presentation, etc., I think this can help you out there. and this gives me a 3D viewer. If by chance you don't have a 3D viewer in your Windows, I think this won't work there. So this is how I can work on it. You can see saving that gave me a good, so I can rotate it even after saving it. So let's move on to the video format and go back to save as and go to video. So again, you can adjust your angle and framing of the text, and so you can see, you can zoom in, and in this case again you can text on, so that's okay. So now after pressing OK, you can see that they actually have some of the animations to before exporting your video. So it's a turn table, so your text will turn around. If you wish to see it swinging like this can be an option. Jump and turn, so this can be one option. Wobble is one of the animation there. Emerge is one option. Hover is one option. So you can see how slowly it is jumping on. So I prefer using turntable. This looks a bit professional also. So you can also control the speed. For example, I would like to keep it 0.25. That is the minimum. So you can see how the text has been rotated, and you can also control the number of loops. For example, I wish to have only 2, and you can see how it's rotating. And you also have like which type you would wish to save in. You have MP4 and video as GIF. So I would use MP4 here and click on save. Now that takes 2 seconds in order to open the dialog box, and you can write subscribe video. So when you do that and save, the MP4 format has been there, and you can see a saving exporting option comes here, and this would take another seconds or minutes. So you can see saving the video took around 4 to 5 minutes. You need patience to save your video, but unfortunately if the result is good, you can actually wait for it. So you can see that particularly this is how the video turned around to be. I can show you to you in the full screen. So this is how the video will actually look like. So you can see a 3D text being turning around and giving you a 3D visual. So this is how the video will turn around if you export it. So in this case, I hope in the coming times when you are getting into a presentation, or if you wish to edit a picture and put a text, try turning around to have a 3D text, which can actually give a good glance and attraction to the people who are watching this, watching you. And accordingly, I think this was easy for you to understand also. And Paint has come back with a very good impact, and I think we should take a good advantage of it. Even if you have noticed my intro for the video, you can see that earlier I was using an intro which was created on Premiere Pro, but unfortunately when I saw a Paint 3D can give you a good level of experience and great content which has been turned around with an image, I felt that has to be taken into consideration for my intro. There can be better versions of Premiere Pro intros, but I preferred using that, which remained to be very easy, and I myself created it using the text as well as the figures, shapes, etc. I hope you like this video, and I think this was useful to you. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel as mentioned on the screen. Subscribe, and don't forget to also click on the bell icon to regularly get the updates of our video. We'll be coming to you with more amazing videos like this. Keep learning, keep supporting, and thank you so much for watching this video.